What's happening there, Reject Nation? Thank you guys so much for telling us about this in the comments for our Spider-Man Into this Across the Spider-Verse reaction, because we wouldn't have known about it if it wasn't for you. Apparently there was this villains panel featuring Willem Dafoe, Alfred Molina, and Jamie Foxx for Spider-Man No Way Home, and there's also some new footage in it as well. Of course, excited to check this out. But when I got back home from the event before all this stuff started dropping, I got this in the mail. Shang-Chi Steelbook Blu-ray comes with they're not paying us to promote this, just want to show it to you guys. 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray copy. I love Steelbooks. Go buy yourself a Shang-Chi Steelbook Blu-ray copy. I love this cover. I love the 10 rings design on the back.
Limited.
All right, guys, and one day Shang-Chi and Spider-Man will cross paths. Let's see what's going on here. Let's talk about it.
Hi everyone, I am Tom Holland. You might recognize me as your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, and I am here to tell you that Spidey's back for an all-new adventure in Spider-Man No Way Home. I know people say this a lot, but I mean it when I say that you're going to see things in this movie that you've never, ever seen before.
I believe that.
I'm talking about pumpkin bombs,
Norman.
the multiverse, which, okay, you might have seen them before, but I promise, not like this and not together. Also, Peter Parker is finally heading off to college, and the word is out. So yeah, everyone knows that he is
confirmed.
Spider-Man. So throw your fan theories out the window. They're probably not true, or are they? And get ready for
a lot of leaks.
An incredible story
by
with
that
lots of
trailer.
heart, laughter, high-flying action, mind-blowing effects, and some insane villains. No Way Home is the culmination of the Homecoming trilogy and the start of a multiverse of possibilities. Now I have the honor of introducing some legends. Please enjoy this exclusive panel with my dear friends Alfred Molina, Willem Dafoe, and Jamie Foxx here at CCXP.
Now, before we do any of that, we gotta look at that new Green Goblin image.
Absolutely.
Look at his face.
Hi.
Yeah. That's really great de-aging though.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna be hooded.
Yeah,
he's not gonna
he's
have the
gonna
mask at some point. That looks a lot more classic Green Goblin outfit. It's like he's got the hood on and the exoskeleton type of suit he has is like
tattered suit.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Dude.
That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, Tom Holland, I think some theories are gonna be true.
They've already been proven to be true.
What excited you most about returning to Spider-Man franchise and reprising these iconic roles?
You know what, I was excited knowing Amy for years, man, and knowing what she's done with this franchise, and she was explaining to me it was gonna be hot, you know, and I didn't have to be blue and things like that as far as my character was concerned. So,
go, Jamie.
More hip and whatever like that, and I get a chance to hang out with these.
What are you looking at?
You told me. These incredible thespians. But I mean, to walk on set, man, and to see these guys, I literally like bowed to them, and we just been having a ball.
Willem, how about you?
Willem? You know, when I heard it, I thought, wow, that's pretty nutty. I got speared pretty good in the first film, but I thought, okay, they can figure out a way to bring me back. But it was really the pitch. And like Jamie, I know Amy's history. She walked me through it, and then John, the director, kind of pitched the whole idea before I read a script, and it sounded like a lot of fun and a good solution. And then when we went deeper into it, I liked the idea that I was returning to something that was same but different. It's a return to something I did
Same but
before with that kind of history, but there's a spin on it. And that appealed to me.
Can I just say, this is so trippy.
I know, right?
I just rewatched Spider-Man 1 and 2, and just to see Alfred Molina and Willem Dafoe sitting side by side, knowing we're going to get them in the same Spider-Man movie, this is a culmination we've been waiting for a long
12-year-old
time.
you is retroactively losing their mind. And I mean, Jamie Foxx, like they have such great rapport with all three of them, you know?
And Jamie Foxx, too.
Yeah, he's there. He's there.
No, I'm sure Jamie Foxx is going to be awesome in this.
Alfred?
For me, it's just about the money. Oddly enough, Willem and I were kind of joking.
Solid
the other day
timing.
about How 20 years since his first Green Goblin, 17 years since my first time as Doc Ock, and these are the longest options that a studio has ever exercised on actors. You know, it's like we've been waiting. But it's the material, the pitch was excellent, and to be honest, when the idea was first suggested, my first thought was, hang on, I'm 17 years older, I've got chins, I've got wrinkles. You know, I mean, what are they going to do? And then of course, I suddenly realised, wait a minute, they've got the technology. This isn't going to be a problem. But it's been very nice to come back to something that is familiar, but at the same time completely new, because the technology has moved on phenomenally since in the last couple of decades.
Especially for your
and
character.
So it's kind of still exciting.
How did it feel to put the costume back on?
You want to know the truth? Nobody knows how uncomfortable those costumes are. But they look good. We are actors. You forget about the discomfort, and it's part of it. But the costumes are much more comfortable than they were before. I remember the initial fitting to create the costume for the Green Goblin. I stood there for 8 hours, and they put different preformed pieces on me. Now, they scan me, and they can design it, and then make the costume, and then try it on me.
Cool.
It's a huge leap in the technology.
Oh, I
and
bet,
they're more
geez.
flexible. We can do more things with them. Also, I don't know how much we want to fool with spoilers, but
Do it!
Oh, we love spoilers.
Fool with
it
it.
looks a little different. Old Norman and the Goblin are further down the line, and they have a few more tricks up their sleeve. So it's not an exact. There have been upgrades on the costume, let's say.
Wear and tear.
What upgrades?
I'm curious. Is it Stark Tech? Because it looks like mostly wear and tear. I mean, he's had to probably like patch it together to keep on trucking. But yeah, I'm curious now to know.
They must do something with the development of the character, because at some point we see him in the trailer with the mask on, and if he's willing to operate without the mask on, so maybe something with the forming of the helmet that they're able to do this time around. I'm just theorizing here. I don't know, is it kind of
Yeah, is it going to be the nanotech?
Yeah.
Or is it going to be something else? Or is it the kind of thing where he comes to the universe, he's got it, loses it somehow? Maybe there's a massive time jump, and it's like a month later, and he's living out on the streets, and he's roughing it in his suit or something.
Because it does look like more polished and a little slimmer, but that's about it. So I'm wondering like what he means by some extra gadgetry in some capacity.
The main difference between that film and this one is that the tentacles are all kind of CG now. They'll all be superimposed on me at a later date, whereas in the original movie, they were
still working on
mechanical, and I had them attached to me, and we had puppeteers working them and stuff. So that's the big difference. But it's just a great story. It's a wonderful world to be in. We're having, if I say so myself, we're having a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Jamie?
I'm happy we got a brand new star, a brand new look. The blue, when we did it the first time, it was look, man, I didn't care. I was just happy to be in this wonderful chorus, and it was like you said, it was sort of like 2 or 3 hours or whatever like that. But with this new is fly. The homies is like, okay, we get you now. When I was blue, they still roll with me. But okay, you blue. But with this one, it just feels more comfortable, and I think it feels more today, modern. Like not trying so hard. Like I sort of related to R&B back in the day. In R&B, you used to have fringes on your outfit, and and like shoulder pads and things like that. Now you can sing, so it's like now we're just singing.
And you also got an arc reactor now on your chest.
Yeah, you got Stark Tech, man. Yeah. You got a major in-universe expansion.
It sounds like from what they've talked about here, all three of them, that because of the updates on technology and just the overall design, that it's allowing more of a freedom of expression, actors using their whole body as instruments, allowing them to be more free with being performers. And that level of comfortability is so important, I think, for an actor, especially when you're dealing with roles like this that require such imagination. So yeah, that sounds great.
What do you love most about portraying a villain?
The thing about grounded villains is that, and this is what's so wonderful about the villains in the Marvel universe, if you like, is that so many of them become villains almost reluctantly. Almost in spite of themselves.
By accident.
An accident happens, or some terrible tragedy, and it transforms them. And that's what makes them very playable, because it's not just mustache twirling. There's some real depth to it, and that's what makes them interesting. I mean, in a lesser environment, us as villains, we would just be functionaries. We would just be there to, get the plot going. But here we've got real storylines. We've got they are real people, and so it's
Green Goblin has a case to state this time. He's trying to make his case. A philosophy of life. It's not just about some kind of abstract muscle twirling power grab. It's about.
Are you suggesting I'm a mustache twirling power grab? Now look here, I'm classically trained.
Yeah, it is interesting to hear because rewatching the first Spider-Man movie, and it's funny enough, our friend Aaron, whose shirt this is, he was pointing this out on Instagram recently too. Norman Osborn seems to kind of drop some motivation halfway through Spider-Man 1 because it's like he's pushed off the board and then he goes after the board, kills them, and then he just wants to do villainous things.
And then he's just evil now.
I hate Spider-Man. Yeah.
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 And that persona's taking over that much more. But yeah, it's like his goal is kind of accomplished.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the motives are kind of like swirling around. He was amazing in the movie from beginning to end, but the motives are not as clear cut or crisp, or especially along the lines of even, Alfred Molina and Spider-Man 2. So it sounds refreshing to hear that everyone here is going to have a very integral personal storyline.
I hope his case is just for why he should be able to buy Stark Tower.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Or maybe his case is just back to formula.
Which villain is the most terrifying?
Oh man, it's crazy. It's crazy because, like I said, we've just been watching Willem, and it seems personal. because with Electro, it's like Electro and us. It's to the world. The world did me wrong. But when something is personal, and you could go all the way back to Shakespeare. When something is personal, and that either that jealous thing, there's nothing that could beat that. No matter what costume you put on, no matter what you say. So when he speaks, he has the power, and I think you'll really. But I'm being right. It'd be different if I was blowing. Like here's the thing. But if I was blowing, but here's the thing. But if I was blowing smoke, he'd know it. Here's the thing. It's personal, and anytime you can get a character to be personal in a movie, it has the most weight. So.
CCXP is a fan
Awesome.
event. Is there anything you'd like to say to your Brazilian fans?
Well, I mean, if I may speak purely for myself, I think there is, at some level, because we're professional people, there is some level where we don't want to let them down.
Right,
We want to give them
especially
something
for this
that
movie.
is going to be worth their while. But the fact that a huge percentage of the audience are comic book fans who know this world, they love the detail, they love the kind of the inside baseball of it all. I think that's important to us as well, because we don't want to disappoint that side of the storytelling either. And so I think it's a sort of symbiotic relationship, really.
Symbiote.
They give us the chance to give them what they want, and that's I gotta tell you, it's just so much fun.
Whoa, thanks guys.
Venom confirmed.
That's great.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Really great chemistry, all three of them.
Loved it, guys. Thank you so much for telling us about that. I mean, they sounded very sincere throughout this, and it sounded like they all had reasons to return more than just money.
Yeah, which is easy to do.
Seems like they all got the discussion of, what are we doing? Let's hear this out first. Okay, I like it. Now let's proceed. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Can't wait for this movie. Less than 2 weeks away. Subscribe, click that bell, hit that like button. Once we watch it, we're going to try to get a review out right the hell away. We'll see you guys soon.